Dear students, today we are going to study the seventh session of revision of the basics of Python, and in this session we are going to study the Python import statement along with Python modules. So you must have heard the term modules in Python. We are going to study what modules are, the meaning of module, how do we make use of modules, how do we make use of the attributes, the function definitions, the constants, and various attributes of a module. And also in the last we are going to see how can we design our own module. So let's begin with the session. In the last session we have studied what is Python input, and also we have seen typecasting along with the input statement, and we have completed our first practical in the last session, and I hope you have done that in your practical notebook. So today we are going to see what Python modules are, all about Python modules and the Python import statement. How do we make use of modules by using the import statement or the keyword? So Python modules, why do we need them? Basically, when the program complexity or the size of the program becomes large, it is good practice to break the entire program into a number of logical divisions, and those logical divisions can be called as modules. So modules means making a program modular. That is, if the complex program has a large amount of code, and it becomes easy if the code is split into various modules, otherwise which may be very difficult for debugging and for modification of the code. So modular approach is an important concept in object oriented programming, and since Python is object oriented, therefore modular programming applies to Python program. So a module is a file containing Python definitions and statements. There are function definitions written within a module and various statements that are written within a module. And in order to make use of the module, what we need to do is we need to import that or include the code written within the module, either the entire code or the specific code of a module, into our program. Python modules have a file name and end with the extension py. So module is not anything new or a new concept. It is basically a Python file with extension .py. It is like a normal Python file, except that it contains the definitions, function definitions, along with constants and other statements. For example, a Python file called hello.py has the module name of hello. So hello is the module here, and .py, hello.py is a Python file that can be imported into other program files or used on the Python command line interpreter. So the purpose of designing a module is that whenever we need the code or a specific feature from the module, we import them or include the code in our program. So whenever it is needed, it is imported and then it is used. Modules can define function, classes, and variables that you can reference in other Python.py files or via the Python command line interpreter. So the modules may include functions, function definitions, classes, and variables that can be referenced in other Python py programs or files. Some modules are available through the Python standard library and are therefore installed with your Python installation. Some Python modules are already inbuilt or integrated along with the Python interpreter, whereas the other modules need to be downloaded and installed. So whatever modules are readily available that can be directly used, even without including some modules, you can use the functions within that module. We will see later on how we can do that. Others can be installed with Python's package manager PIP. So PIP is the Python installation package installation program which can be used for installing the other modules which are not included within the Python interpreter. Additionally, you can create your own Python modules that we are going to see in the last. How can we create our own modules and use them in other programs? Python import. So import is the statement which is used to make use of modules. Definitions inside a module can be imported to another module or the interactive interpreter in Python. So what we do is we create modules, and inside the modules, as you have seen, it includes class definitions, function definitions, constants, and so on. So there are many attributes which are included. So whenever we need to make use of the attributes within the module, we make use of import statement. We use the import keyword to do this. Syntax of import is import name of the module. If you need to import multiple modules in a program, then you can write import module 1, module 2 separated by commas. Module search path. Now how will the interpreter search for a particular module? The search path is defined in sys.path. So if you are importing sys file module in a program and you are typing sys.path, that is going to give you the path where the interpreter searches for the given module. And if the module is not found within that search path, then it reports an error that the module is not present. What you need to do then, you need to install that module or the package and then use the module in your program. So when the interpreter encounters an import statement, it imports a module. If the module is present in the search path defined in sys.path is a list of directories that the interpreter searches before importing a module. So sys.path, how can we find the path of modules in a program? So here is the code, small code, import sys and sys.path. Let's try and execute what will be the outcome of this code. So here you can see ENU Python user, lib Python 36, zip Python 3.6. All these are directories or the directory listing which are being searched whenever we use a particular module. So first of all these directories would be searched, and if the file is not found or the module is not found in these directories, then an error will be reported. We can import the math module by typing in import math. There are so many modules. For example, if you want to perform some mathematical operation, you can import math module in your program. You can see this example, import math, print math.py. If you want to make use of the value of pi, which is written within the math module, then you can import that module and directly print math.py. So if you are importing a module, you need to use the dot operator for using the value or the attribute within that module. All the definitions inside the math module are available in our scope. So whenever we import a module, all the definitions, whether they are function definition, class definitions, or constants, all these are included within our code or within our namespace, and we can use them directly, but we have to make use of the dot operator, the module name followed by the attribute name. So in order to import multiple modules, we can use multiple module names separated by comma. Let's see this in the code editor. You can see the value of pi, although we have not specified the value of pi, but that value is taken from the math file or the math module which we have imported. And so the pi attribute is defined within the math module, which is 3.1 and so on. When we import a module, we are making it available to us in our current program as a separate namespace. So there is a concept of namespace in which we will have to refer to the function in dot notation as in module dot function. This we have seen that we are using module dot value or module dot function. In this way we can access any attribute from the or any definition from the module. Now in order to use a module, you need to check whether the module is already installed or not, and if it is not, then you need to install that module. When a module is installed, so first is the case when the module is already installed. Here you need to use the import statement, and if the import statement does not report you any error, that means that the module is already included. So math is a built-in module. You must remember this, that there are certain built-in modules which can be directly used without the need for installing them. Since math is a built-in module, your interpreter should complete the task with no feedback returning to the prompt. This means that you don't need to do anything to start using the math module. So if a module is already installed, you can use it directly. This is the second case when the module is not installed. Here, when you use the import statement, as in the idle interpreter, that is not going to interpret it, or that is not going to execute it. You will receive an error like import error. So if the module is not present, you will receive import error. That is, there is no module named matplotlib. Although there is a module named matplotlib in the Python library, you need to install it first. Now, the next step, if the module is not installed, then we need to install that module. For this, we can use pip. So pip is used to install a module, and at that time your internet connection may be required. So you have to type this on the command prompt, pip install matplotlib. If you need to install the matplotlib module, you have to write the command pip install matplotlib. So once it is installed, you can again use it like any other inbuilt module, and it will compile without any error. For first, you need to deactivate the Python interpreter, that is, you need to close it and then open up the prompt in interactive mode and then write this command pip install matplotlib and execute it. And after some processing, this module will be installed and you can use it like any other built-in module. There is another form of import. We have seen import module name. Now second form is from module name import something. That is, if you want to import some specific attributes and functions only, then this form is used. Instead of importing the entire module, if you need to use only specific attributes and functions, then you must use from module name import the property. So here is an example from math import pi. So you have to use the value of pi only, then you can use from math import pi, print pi. This will print the value of pi. We have already executed this code from math import pi, print pi. So this is the form from module name import the attribute or function name, print pi. So when you import the module in this way, you can refer to the functions by name rather than through dot notation. Still another form of import statement is from dash import dash, that is from module name import star. This asterisk is used to import all the attributes from within the file. For example, from module name import star. This is the general syntax or the structure of from module name import star. For example, from math import star. Import star means we have imported all the properties which are peculiar to this math module. So whether it is value of pi, whether it is any function, all those properties are imported in this statement from math import star. It is like import math statement. It is similar to import math, and which can also be written as from math import star. So print sqrt16. This sqrt function is defined within the math module, and so when we use sqrt16, that is going to import that function definition from the math module and execute this. Also the value of pi which is written within math module is also taken from the math module and it is printed. but it is not recommended to use this form or the direct form import math, because in this case the entire code of the module will be included within the namespace, and that is not a good practice. So the good practice is, if you need to use specific features of a module, then you must import only those features. Let us check this in the code editor window. From math import star print sqrt16. It returns the value of sqrt16 as 4.0 and the value of pi. This means that all the functions which are written within math, function definitions and the constants, they are imported automatically by using import star statement. Aliasing modules using as keywords. Aliasing means giving a second name or a nickname to the module name. So if you are importing a module, there may be many reasons why we are using alias or another name for those modules. You can modify the names of modules and their functions within Python by using the as keyword. So using the as keyword, you can modify the name of any module and use that modified name in your program. Import module as another name. So when you are importing a module, if the module name is very large and every time you need to use the dot representation, in which you use a module name followed by dot and that followed by the function name or the attribute, what you can do is you can rename that large module name into, or the big module name into, a smaller name and use that smaller name in dot notations. So there are many reasons why you use the form or abbreviated form of module. One is that if there is longer file name, then you must use the abbreviated name. Another module you have imported also uses the same name. If there are two modules with the same name, then there may be user defined modules with the same name, so you may rename them. You have already used the same name for something else in your program, so you may have used the same name for some variable or some constant or some function also. So in that case, whenever you need to import different attributes with the same name, you can use the aliasing or the as keyword. Here is an example, math.py. It is a file which is importing the math as m. So here we have abbreviated math as m, and then in the dot notation we use m instead of math.py. In the previous example we have seen that we use math.py, math.e, but in this case we abbreviated or renamed math as m, and then we can use the another name for that module. In this code we have named math as m, and then we use m.sqrt, m.py. We have changed the previous version of this program by using an alias, and we get the same output in this case also. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. This allows programmers to append the shorter word plt to any of the functions available within the module as in plt.show. So if you are using functions, otherwise you may use matplotlib.pyplot.show. Instead of that, it can be abbreviated as plt, and then plt may be used to invoke other functions. Here is the last section in which we are going to see how can we write and import our own modules. All those modules we were using in the earlier examples were inbuilt modules which are available with the Python library, whereas in this case we are going to write our own module and import it in our program. So here we are creating a file called hello.py, and we define a function def world with two statements, print hello world and currency is equal to dollar. We are assigning dollar to currency and printing hello world. This is the function definition that is written within hello.py, and here is our main program.py. Now first of all we use the import statement to import hello.py. Import hello. What will this do? It will import the definitions. It will import the definitions which are written within this file hello.py. Hello.world, we are directly using the dot notation, module name dot the function name. So hello.world will print hello world and currency is equal to dollar. So here we are invoking the function with this module name hello.world, the module which we have created, and the main program we are using it using the dot notation. So hello.world will invoke this function, it will assign dollar to currency and it will print hello world. Then if we print the value of hello.currency, it is going to print dollar. So with this we come to the end of this session. Hope you might have learned what modules are and to create your own modules. It is an assignment to you to create your own module and call it in your main program. You can use this example to create the module by yourself. Thank you.